Hello and welcome to our new lesson. So, in this lesson, we're going to see how templates work and how you change style and fonts. And at this point, you're probably asking yourself, why do I want to do this now? Why is this important? Wozniak himself said multiple times that fonts and this stuff is quite useless. So, you actually have to focus on the learning process and the knowledge. But there's a huge but for me. I just realized, okay, I want to make it look good. I don't like SuperMemo as it normally looks like, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to change the background, how you hide the background, first thing, how to modify your templates, what templates you should use, fonts and style. This is going to be quite a long video, but it's going to be worth it, I promise. So, first thing, you can see here that on layout, here, you have background, right? And status bar. Status bar hides the status bar. I like the status bar, so I normally keep it, and the background will remove your background. I have a couple of templates like this one that I use when I'm working with a website, with a web page alongside. So if I want to, let's say, pick up a Wikipedia article without importing or whatever, because I just need to jot down some quick notes or a quick Q&A, I just do this. How do you do this? Okay, this, you just move the windows and save the layout, and before that, you remove the background. As simple as that. There is nothing difficult. Nothing. How do you change the background picture, right? Because since I have a dark theme, I want a nice dark background picture. So, you go on background and background picture, and you can set whatever, right? I have memes here, so you set your picture, and you're gonna have here, like, you can stretch it or put it as it is. If you do this, okay, I don't want to do this because otherwise I don't have this picture anymore, so I'm very afraid of losing it. Nope. So, you do that, and I have to say, stretching and fixing the picture to your screen size is a little bit of a problem sometimes. What I did, honestly, to avoid fiddling too much with it, I just cut this image to my screen size. So this image is like 2560 pixels for 180, I think, or something like that, very close, so that I don't have to stretch, resize, and all of that. My advice, if you have Photoshop or GIMP or whatever, just use that, or maybe some internet tool to resize your image. If you like the standard background, be my guest. You don't have to necessarily change it, okay? So, what we're gonna do now is create templates, because the custom templates suck. By the way, this is the wrong collection I'm here, but this is my collection. So let's go back to our collection. Okay, now you can see that this looks very bad. So I'll be giving you I made a specific CSS design for my SuperMemo, and I'll show you. Okay. So how do you do that? First of all, I don't like the topic, this template, okay? So what we're gonna do is resize it and change some colors and the style. So how do you resize? How do you change this? Okay, see, when it's blue, you're in editing mode, by the way, which means you're inside your text, like this text element, text component, sorry. I'll show you the components in a GIF. So once you're here, or you can just press ESC, you press Alt and left click 2 times. And now you can resize your component, because every template is actually made of components. Even the text, it's just a text component, okay? And I usually resize this because my screen is very wide and I don't want, let's say I'm, okay, let's import a Wikipedia article very quickly. So let's say Bitcoin scam. Sounds nice. Okay. So open it in Windows Explorer. This is stuff that we will see later, okay? For now, don't worry. I'm not doing anything fancy. I didn't want to do this. Okay. So don't worry. I'm gonna teach you this to you later, right? Okay. Now we have our Wikipedia article. As you can see, it's like too wide to read. It's like a little bit of a pain. I like my stuff narrow. It's easier to read. I don't want my eyes to jump around too much. No one agreed. Like, it's not everyone is of the same mind. So if you do like this setup, this wide setup, there's no problem. But I don't, so still already looks much better. And now we're gonna make this into our topic template. What is a template? A layout is, I think, kind of intuitive. It's just how you put your windows around, basically. And by the way, I'm gonna explain this and this later in this course. Don't worry, don't fret. I'm gonna explain everything, okay? But I need the time to make SuperMemo look decent before. This is just statistics. This is the statistics window, okay? Like, it's literally written here. There's nothing fancy about it. Okay, so first thing, click outside of the element. Otherwise, you're gonna open this element menu. We want the, I don't know, what's this? The let's say this is the template. This is not the element menu. This is the component menu, and this is the element menu, let's say. Okay, so we want to change the color, first thing. I think this one is my default color for medicine stuff. But let's go for a darker one. Yeah, let's go with this dark shade of blue, or this one maybe. No, too bright, too bright, too bright. Okay, so we have this color, right? And there's also a video by Wozniak, which is very nice, about how to change colors and style. And I want dark stuff. Like, I read a lot on SuperMemo and on my computer in general, and I don't want my eyes to be tired. So now you see that you have some, I think this is Arial or Times New Roman font. Probably Times New Roman. And we want to change this. What a lot of beginners do is this: text, font, edit font. Wrong. Okay, why is this? A bit of SuperMemo theory. SuperMemo works on like standard HTML components. You can have other type of components, but usually your text components are HTML components. This doesn't mean you will have to code. HTML is not really coding. It's just a graphic language. So it's very simple. There is not, okay, this looks hideous. Let's go here. Okay, so when you want to see the HTML, you go ESC. You don't want this, the editing mode, you want display mode. So ESC, Ctrl Shift F6. And you can see this is the like simple HTML of your component, nothing fancy again. And you can also, you could write here, like let's do an underline stuff. So underline stuff, save, Control S, close. Right? If you wanted to add a new line, you would just put a P. This is simple HTML. You can check this online. We'll go over some stuff, but nothing fancy again, nothing fancy. And you don't, if you don't know HTML, you don't have to study it. So, like, keep calm, nothing difficult. Now, we want this template to do the best as we can. Okay, so we do text, and if you change the font, you're only going to change the HTML component, not all the templates. Okay, if you want to assign a specific font to a template, a specific style, you will have to change the style indeed. And the style is the CSS. And what is the CSS? The CSS is another graphic language that overrides the normal, the default. Okay, it becomes the default design. So once you have that, unless you manually change the font, all your templates using, like all your elements using that template will have the same style. Okay, so now we go on style and say new style, because I don't think we have a style, and we say it's dark style. Okay, well, you just do okay. I will link my style and you can just copy paste it. Nothing difficult. If you are familiar with CSS, be my guest and screw around with it. Some of the stuff doesn't work, so be careful. Like pixeling, spacing and stuff like that is a little bit iffy. So option bar, search, other registries, style, and you have your dark style. So now you go on the file I gave you, you do Control A, Control C, here Control A. Oh, okay, now you have to select this manually. So you go here and you do this. If it doesn't let you scroll, just use, let's say it didn't because you have multiple styles for some reason, just move the bar, go on the bottom part, shift, arrow, and that's it. Delete, Control V. Okay, nice. So now, oh, this is my style. I love it. So now you have, also you'll have to download a Google font, which is Ubuntu font. Remember, I'm using that font, so you have to download that before using this. So now we have our style and we pretty much have our template. Like this is our basic topic template. So we go on template and we do save as a template and we call this article, which is the name of the default template. Template article already exists. Do you want to replace? Yes. Okay. Now you will say, but here it didn't change. We only have this style here. And we will go, by the way, later into how my style works. And if you want to do yours, it's completely fine, no problem. But how do we apply that to others? Control Shift M. See, you have article, article picture, classic, item, item picture. So we're gonna change this, 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 and this. So you say article and voila, you have your new style. But what if I want to create new topic with this template without having to manually select the template? So you go on search, concepts. This is a little bit difficult. Bear with me. Like SuperMemo is a little complex. but not that much. What is a concept? You can imagine a concept as the father of folders, okay? Is something, it's like a tag. It's a tag that takes together all elements that have some similarity. Let's say you have a medicine concept and you put your folders and your topics and your elements about medicine in there. And maybe you have a cardiology concept, which is just like, think of it as a tag. If you don't want to do anything advanced, you don't need concepts. So you just need the default one that gets created. So you go on article, topic template, and you say article, item template, item, okay? And here you can change which item you want to use as the default when you add stuff to your knowledge tree, okay? Again, just leave it here. This is article, this is item, I think it's good. And now we do auto apply and 2 times because it has to have the check mark. Okay. And now we can't do this because when you add stuff with right click and new, it doesn't assign that thing to your concept. At all times, you have a concept selected, always, okay? The default one is web course in this particular case. To add a topic under web course, but a topic that is linked to web course, because stuff in web course have a specific topic template and a specific item template now. What do? And look here, right? No template. If I go on second topic, no template, my first topic, article. You can see your template, okay? And you can see the concept. No concept. It says no group, but this is the concept simply. So there are 2 shortcuts that will probably become the most important thing you have to know. Alt A for an item, and now you can see item web course, or Alt N for a topic. So now we're gonna create a conceptless and templateless item and modify this. Okay, so remember, Alt left click, Alt left click. We resize it because we don't like stuff that is too wide. Okay. So we already have our style. So the only thing that you have to do is, again, here, right click, text, style, link style. Not outside, not in the element, in the component. This is the text component. You will have image components, sound components, and other stuff, even video components, but that does not concern us now. So text, style, link style, dark style. Text, style, link style, dark style. Easy. Color, which is not this one that we used. Maybe this one. I think it is this one. Yeah. Okay. And now you have your item template. Okay. And again, template, save as a template, item. Do you want to replace? Yes. And now look at the magic. Okay. First of all, jump here, item, right? And this one was using the item template. So okay, old item we created the template with. So you can see that it changed without you having to do anything. So now we have saved an article template and a picture and an item template. What do we want to do now is create the same thing for the okay, let's do new topic, new item. Never do this unless you want this to be without a template and without a concept, which I highly discourage. Okay, so we're gonna apply a template, so Ctrl Shift M and change that template. So item picture. So you can see here that you could put a picture here. And why do not let's download a picture. Yeah, this was the picture I was looking for. Okay. So you do Ctrl Q and it opens your just this. You look for your desktop or whatever, wherever your image folder is. You can see a lot of memes. That was an entire picture from some collaboration. Don't worry. Where did the image go? On desktop, actually on desktop. Wozniak, yeah. Okay, we're gonna add this picture. Again, I clicked on the image and did Ctrl Q. Simple, very simple, nothing wrong. Give it a unique name. Always change the name of your picture, because later I will show you how to search stuff from picture, or how to just change your picture and look at your picture registry. So we say Wozniak, and now it says leave the imported file in its original location. No, no, never. Why? Because if you leave it in its original location, it's not going to go into SuperMemo. So, no. Do you want to delete this file? Up to you. I usually do yes. And this is it. So, now, as you can see, I have a picture here. And I didn't want, I don't really want this picture to be here. For my, okay. So, text style, link style inside the component. You tie your text component to the style, link style, dark style. Again, nothing difficult. Come on, don't be a crybaby. Right? Did you get what I did? So I tied the style to individual components and I changed the background. Now, the amazing thing about this, did I just give item picture to a topic? Yes. I'm an idiot. I'm a complete idiot. Oh man, okay. Doesn't matter. Still the same. So, okay. Remember, you have to put item templates on item and topic templates on topics. That's very important. Okay, so we have our item picture, right? And here we actually made the mistake because we can't. Okay, oops. We want. I just did Alt C to have this reappear, and this reappeared for some strange reason, which no one knows why. So Alt Control Shift M, article picture. And oh, this is a very interesting case. So what she did here was making a topic with more than one component, one text component, into another template article picture, which only has one text component. So what we're gonna do now is, first of all, check, because yes, this one is our normal text component. This one is from the item template. And we don't want this one, because you see, like, you could write here. So what we do is Alt Alt left click, right click, delete component. Clean. So inside our text component, text, style, link style, dark style. Outside color, I mean outside the element, because the component, because if you click inside the component, here you see the image options and you see the text options. Okay, so here, color, we selected this one. You can define your own colors, whatever, do you. And now we have our beautiful Piotr Wozniak and our item picture. Now, why don't we save it? Right? It's a legit question. Why are you not saving, Fowl? Why? The reason is, when you change a template, it modifies all the templates. This means, obviously, not that if I now create, like, let's say Alt-N, Ctrl-Shift-M, article picture. This does not have the picture of Wozniak, like this one. But if I did make something strange, like say, let's say this one would have the same change. See? Here, I'm just left clicking here, by the way, nothing. I'm not doing right, because right would do this. You just to see the space occupied by this. So we want to make this. So be very careful when you're screwing around with templates. I'm gonna show you how to screw around with templates without hurting yourself and SuperMemo. There's a very simple trick that Nais taught me. Thank you, Nais. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to do this, which is Ctrl-Shift-F2. Is it Ctrl-Shift-F? Okay, I wasn't inside the element. Overwrite source data with the current template. What does this mean? It simply means that this template is connected to all other templates which are article picture here. If we overwrite the source data with the current template, it means that a default template doesn't actually look like this. Like the default archetype inside SuperMemo is just a white thing, okay, with Times New Roman or Arial. I don't know which font it's using, but and you're saying I want to overwrite that default for this element with the current template. So the default for my element becomes this layout, this design, okay? And I do yes. And so now you saved that template as a default look for this one only element. And now you do detach the template, yes. This means that now you have to change, otherwise it doesn't show the update. This means that now this has no template, but you overwrote the data of that template, that default template, with your template. Okay, with article picture. This is the article picture look, but what you did was detaching it from all the net of other templates like this. So all other article pictures. So if now I change this, which has no template, this one will not be changed. So if you have to do particular manipulations, that's how you do it, okay? Yeah, in this case, okay. And what now? Nothing, because we already saved the article picture and item picture. And you say, oh, we didn't. Oh, we did. You changed the default template. So let's see the template registry, which is like the template storage. You go on search, and you have here you have all the like storage for stuff like your style, videos if you had any fonts that you're using, references, images. If you go here, you will see our beautiful Wozniak. So you go here, templates. Okay, make this a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Okay, nice. And you see your article picture as your picture and as your template. Never really try to modify this from here. Why? Just don't do it. Just don't. Your article picture, your item, and your item picture. So now you have all your templates. You learned how to set a style, which is a CSS file basically linked to a text component. In the next lessons, we will see more advanced templates as we go on, but these are truly the templates that you need. A Q&A one and a topic one. And you will say, oh, but I do need one for Japanese, I do need one for Chinese, I do need for... Yes, but before going into that, it's maybe better to get used to how templates work. Okay, don't screw around too much, otherwise you will break your collection. Okay? Okay, see you in the next video.